Hi there, I'm Robert from Dolphin Street. I think that most people on YouTube view me as a blues player primarily, which is true. I love to play the blues. But the truth is I do teach and play a lot of other styles of music. And today I want to show you something that's more like pop oriented. This is what it sounds like. And it's using only 4 chords, and these chords are really nice, I think. They're really lush sounding because they use open strings. So let's get right to it. First thing first, let's look at the chords. We're starting with an E chord, an E major chord. The second chord is, well, a little hard to give it the correct name. It's like an F sharp minor 7 add 11. So that's a pretty complicated name for a chord, but it is really like a bar chord, a minor bar chord like this, except you remove the index finger and put it on the 2nd fret on the G string and play the bottom 2 strings open. So I'm actually omitting the F sharp on the low E string, although you could play it with your thumb if you can reach that way. Really beautiful chord. Although my thumb is sort of short, I have trouble doing that, but if you can, you should do that because it sounds great. Or you could just skip that note and it will work as well. The next chord is an A add 9. This is like an E-shaped bar chord on the 5th fret, playing A major. But you just lift off the index finger off the bottom 2 strings, so you get those 2 open strings ringing again. And the last chord, you just slide this one that we just show you up 2 frets onto the 7th fret. Do the same thing there. The technical word for this chord again is pretty complicated. It's like a B add 11 with the 10 in there, because that is 11 and this is the 10. So those two together create that tension that makes the chord so beautiful. So the form of this progression is 1, 2, 4, and 5. A while back I did a lesson about another common progression, which is 1, 6, and 4, and 5. That's very similar. The only difference really is the 2nd chord, which is the 2. But the other next is 4 and 5. There's a link here in YouTube in the description that will take you to my website where you can find out more about 1, 4, 5 progressions and similar things. The way I'm strumming this is downstrokes. I'm doing 8 notes. And you can, of course, mute a little bit with your palm if you want to have a more muted sound, or strum it open. And you can go up and down if you prefer that. I find it's a little easier actually when the tempo is where it's at right now to do downstrokes. So we need to know now, where do we switch the chords? So if you're counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and though we have the first chord on the 1, 1 and 2 and 3 is where the next chord comes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Then we do the same thing again for these next two chords. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So all you need to think about is the 1 and the and 3. 1 and 3. 1 and 3. Okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And the last tip, you might have noticed that I play the E chord not using my index finger, because that makes it easier to slide the chord for the 3 and. 1 and 2 and 3. Sorry, the and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. Because the pinky and the ring finger are already on the right strings. I just have to slide this up and add the index finger on the G string on the 2nd fret. And then again I have the ring finger and the pinky on the right strings for the next chord. And then the last chord is just sliding up. So that's an example of economy as I view it. Try to find ways to grip chords that makes it most economical and simple. Okay? All right, thanks for watching, and check out more lessons at dolphinstreet.com, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my Facebook page. There's a link in the description here, because there's lots of good discussions and tips and tricks and stuff like that there as well. Okay? I'll see you next time.